Welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven. I'm a pharmacist. I own 53 units of real estate and I help coach people to buy their first multifamily deal. So I'm trying this driving while talking thing. So hopefully my sound doesn't crap out. But lately, it's been summer, it's been hot, and I've noticed that I've been kind of losing motivation, right? Like I've been losing motivation to do anything. Can't tell if it's because of the heat. Can't tell if it's because I'm bored, or can't tell because this is just life, right? But during these times of like low motivation, when I'm not as motivated to buy more real estate, I am under contract. I just closed on my 53rd unit and I'm just waiting for it to be rented out, and trying to engage lenders to do my lazy burr method. People are skeptical of my lazy burr method. I found some sales comps at around 315, hoping to get 320, 340. Trying to get a quote of Kiavi, which apparently they do their ARVs electronically. So maybe they're more generous with their ARVs. I'll keep you guys posted if I end up going with Kiavi. But they quoted me a 6.875% interest rate. So right now it's between Kiavi and Convoy to see who I close with. But like I said, I'm waiting to get it rented out and go from there. But anyways, back to the topic of motivation. It's kind of like the periods where you feel lazy, the periods where you don't feel like doing anything. That's when you really build wealth. That's when you need to build the habits to be successful. Like going to the gym is not about the hard days of lifting. You're lifting your max. You're lifting great. The weights are lifting easily. True strength is built on the hard days when you don't feel like going to the gym. But despite not wanting to go to the gym, you still go and you still get a workout in, and you still, I guess, feel better working out versus not working out. So I'm trying to take that same concept to building wealth, to creating content, to everything else I'm doing. Because right now, I think in general my content's not doing as great, but I think everyone in general's content's not doing great. It's summer. Maybe people are going back to school. Maybe YouTube's becoming oversaturated. There's a lot of reasons. But the only thing I can control is my systems that I create to make me do it, like create content whenever I feel like. So that's why, I'm mixing it up and haven't been as much time. So I just said, well, if I can figure out this whole car thing, record while driving, and not die doing it. So I'm doing it when I'm stuck in bumper to bumper traffic with my autopilot. So I don't have self-driving, but I have autopilot. I'm just stuck on bumper to bumper traffic and letting my car do its thing. I'm trying to create ways to make me successful in doing whatever I want to do over a long period of time, right? So it's about consistency, not intensity. So the same thing with working out. I was super consistent from 20 years old up to 29 years old. Super consistent with powerlifting. I used to deadlift, squat, bench. Believe it or not, at one point I was deadlifting 365, 1 rep max. I was benching 225, 1 rep max, and I was squatting about 225. That was my weakest lift. And I weigh about 135, and I'm about 5'5". So, I'm a small and mighty little Vietnamese guy, right? But during COVID, obviously the gym happened, or gyms closed, and, I was going through my mom's, death. So kind of grieving over that during that time too. And I just kind of lost interest in going to the gym, right? It wasn't as fun anymore. So, and the gyms I was using, didn't have the equipment I needed. But also, I kind of realized too, powerlifting is very injury prone. So, obviously deadlifting heavy, benching heavy, squatting heavy, especially as you approach your 30s, 40s, it's not as sustainable, right? You have one bad injury. I remember I busted my shoulder playing tennis, and then I was benching. Or if you squat wrong, you can injure yourself. If you deadlift wrong, you can injure yourself. So I just said, this is not as sustainable. So obviously I pivoted over to, I just stopped working out as much in general. Like I went maybe twice a week and like didn't really take it seriously until recently when I moved into my current house. I have a gym that opened up for the past maybe 10 months. And like now for me, I used to work out like an hour and a half a day, go to the steam room sauna for like half an hour and shower and all that. And it'd be like a 2.5 hour ordeal. And that just is not sustainable for me today because I'm obviously busier now. I don't prioritize gym as much as I used to. So, you know, Chrissy and I have been doing kind of like 30-minute workouts where we'll go in and I'll do about 4 sets of 4 exercises. So 16 sets total. And mostly machines, some dumbbells. Like we don't have any barbells at this gym. Small little, you know, community gym. And that takes me about 20 minutes to go through those 16 sets. I don't like waste my time or look at my phone. So I actually put my phone down in the cupboard so I don't look at my phone. You know, we all see those gym people who are just looking at their phone more than they're working out, right? I try to be efficient with my time. And then after that, I'll do 10 minutes of riding the stationary bike. And I do 1 minute, you know, just kind of sitting there, and then 1 minute sprint. And I repeat that, you know, every minute, give or take. So now this helps me, you know, rebuild my strength, but also help with my cardio because I have slightly high cholesterol. Unfortunately, my LDL cholesterol is 109. But now I'm like, this workout I've been sustaining for the past 4 months, and I've noticed like muscle growth coming back. So why I went on this huge tangent was because you have to do something that's sustainable for a long period of time. So building wealth, being successful, it's not about intensity, it's about consistency. How can you create systems for you to be consistent? And those systems may change over time, right? Like for me, I used to have to drive to work and supercharge my car every day for 30 minutes when I was commuting 70 miles to Lancaster. But now I don't have to commute 70 miles, right? And I don't have that downtime of like just recording. So, you know, obviously I am very strict on my time. I'm very busy, right? So I'm just like, well, at this time commuting, I used to listen to podcasts during this time, but I kind of am getting a little bit over podcasts at this point. Like I feel like I've kind of learned a lot of what I can learn already from it, and actually listening to podcasts is like stressing me out. So now I'm just like, well, I can use this time to like just talk, self-reflect, and unload my mental whatever's on my mind. So, you know, and I know it's because I'm losing motivation. So for me, this is a way to re-motivate myself. I'm mixing it up. Right now I'm recording while driving, and maybe Tesla will sponsor me. Right? Hey, I'm freaking driving a Tesla Model Y as I'm recording my content. But this is what happens with motivation, right? Like sometimes you have it, great, leverage it. Sometimes you don't. Well, in the times that you don't have motivation, you have to create systems to keep going because it's a long-term game, right? Like I've been creating content for like 3 years, and you know, I would say in my opinion, I'm not successful as I should be. But hey, you know, I'm not that creative, I'm not that good. So like, what do I expect? But can I be consistent? Can I be create systems so that I don't burn out and lose interest? That's what I've been trying to do. So that also ties into real estate. Like obviously, real estate was exciting when I first bought my first property, my first house hack, exciting. Then I moved to buying out of state in Huntsville, Alabama, exciting. Then I went into buying my first apartment out of state in Oklahoma, exciting. Bought my mobile home park in Alabama, was exciting until I had to sell it for a loss. And you know, now everything's stabilized, and I'm getting bored, right? I'm losing motivation because I'm getting bored. So that's why I'm having shiny object syndrome, and I'm looking at RV parks. I'm looking at car washes, but this is uninformed optimism, right? I'm sure there's a lot of things that can go wrong with a car wash that I just don't know because I'm a newbie, right? There's a lot of moving pieces. I mean, there's a lot of competition. Same about RV parks. You know, you have constant property management turnover. There's a lot of things that I don't know. So, you know, obviously it's making me lose motivation, but I just said, you know what? It's boring. I'm losing motivation, but this is one I need to double down. So now what I've been trying to do is I want to network with people who own RV parks, who own car washes, because I want to learn from them. Like, tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. That's the beauty of mentorship. Tell me the good, the bad, the ugly. What can go wrong? Make me an informed pessimist about my car wash, about RV parks, because I'm sure there's a lot of things that go wrong, right? If you talk to syndicators, of course they'll tell you only the good, because they want your money, right? So like I want to know the good, the bad, the ugly, and that's the beauty of like mentorship, right? Or having a network of people that can tell you the truth. So I want to like network with people who actually operate an RV park, who actually operate car washes, to give me the truth. Like that's what I try to do with you guys, with like apartments, single family homes. Like I try to give my 100% transparent truth, because I felt like I never got that when I was listening to Bigger Pockets, when I was listening to other podcasts. And trust me, I listened to a lot, right? And they just weren't as transparent, because obviously they're trying to sell you, something. So that's why I try to be fully transparent, give you no BS, no fluff. Because like my mobile home park, I lost 100,000, and I have videos talking about it in depth about why I failed, right? And why the deal failed. So, I kind of want someone that can give me that lowdown for RV parks and car washes. Because, on paper, cash cow, hospitality, vacation rentals. Sounds great, sounds amazing. But there's things that are not there. So, once again, like the moment I feel bored, I need to double down. I'm on the right path. The moment I'm losing motivation, I have to, basically change my systems in a way that I can sustain doing it, right? So that's really the name of the game in building wealth, in buying real estate, in becoming successful in whatever craft you want, right? It's just like, imagine like Kobe Bryant. Like he gamified practicing. He practices like 2-3 times a day. And I think Stephen Curry as well, shooting threes. That's why they're the greatest at what they do, because they made practice fun. Because can you imagine practicing 3 times a day for like 20 years? That's boring, right? So they gamified it in a way that made it fun for them. So now I'm trying to gamify buying real estate. I'm trying to gamify building wealth. I'm trying to gamify working out. I'm trying to gamify creating content, right? In a way that's fun for me, it's sustainable, right? So for me, it's all about longevity over consistency. And like I said, even back to the powerlifting, I can't do that when I'm like 50s. Maybe I could, but like I don't want to injure myself, right? Like it's not worth it to me. I'd rather just do machines. And then I like riding a stationary bicycle because it doesn't put as much strain on your knees. So it's all about that long-term outlook is what I'm trying to do. And it's hard in the moment, right? Because it's so boring. Like I'm so bored and I'm losing motivation, right? Like completely honest. And it comes and goes. Some periods I'm really motivated, some periods I'm not. So it just really depends. So with that, anyways, just want to share what I do when I lose motivation. Hopefully you found value from the video. If you want to join my school community for a free trial, that's $1 a day. Click on my link tree. Also have links to my one-on-one coaching and mentorship. I have a free newsletter as well. And if you want a landlord quote from Steadily, just click on my link down below. It takes about 3 minutes. It's pretty easy. You can see if you can save some money. If not, well, at least your current policy is great. So anyways, let me know what questions you have. You can send me an email on my link tree. Otherwise, please like, comment, subscribe. Hope to see you next one. Thank you so much.